Welcome to Vertical Greens. Today I'm gonna talk to you about what microgreens is. Because here in Denmark we are growing microgreens and have been growing them for the last 4 years. In the process of figuring out what microgreens to grow, we have come to these species because we think and we believe that this is what the chefs really like and what they want to work with. So basically microgreens is a regular herb or a regular plant that you grow to the size of the first leaf. So when the second leaf is coming from the stem, then it's not a microgreen anymore because it has shown its true leaf. So if you want to dig really deep into the definition of microgreens, this is it, that it's only the first pair of leaves. So I can show you here now that this is, for example, cabbage that we've grown. You can see that the first sets of leaves, and they're really small and they're really unique. These have a really strong taste of cabbage, and that's the thing about microgreens. They are really strong in the flavor, and they're packed with nutrients because it's like all the nutrients from the seeds is used in the first 2 leaves, so there's a lot of nutrients when it's mixed with water and the seeds are sprouted. Basically, we are growing a lot of different varieties. This is our pea. This is a really popular microgreen for the chef. The chefs really love peas, but it's also dependent on the season. So a different season has different varieties that are really popular. For example, now it's December, so a microgreen like the amaranth we've grown here is really popular because it gives a lot of flavor, plus that it also puts some colors on the plate for the guests. But yeah, basically this is what we are growing right now. It's a little of what we are growing. This is the nasturtium, and so only 3 of these different types of greens have been fertilized, and we really like to grow, for example, Mexican marigold. Mexican marigold is really intense in the flavor. It tastes like orange, but we have to give it some fertilizer unless we want to grow a really bad product. This is much better. It's really good for desserts. So yeah, basically microgreens is like small herbs grown in a way that you only utilize the first pair of leaves, and then you get the full nutrients and the full flavor in the product when you're growing it like this. I can show you here. This is the basil that we've grown. This is Thai basil. So this is like a basil that tastes like licorice, and it's really unique. You almost can't get it here in Denmark, so we brought it to the market and the market really loves it. And that's the good thing about these microgreens. You can basically grow them everywhere. This is a really popular species as well. This is good for desserts. It has this like sour taste to it, and it's a really beautiful leaf. So you can make some nice food with it, and yeah. So basically microgreens is a way to introduce a flavor into the plate to the guests that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get there without using a really big vegetable. So you can get the flavors from the big vegetables in a tiny little sprout when you're growing microgreens, and that's one of the really good thing about growing microgreens.